If a man develops a pleasure in receiving, it's not healthy. His identity is getting a little confused. And it's not true that it's fluid. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. And if you're not enjoying being a man, it's a big problem. If you really want to get to the heart of the issue, all of Chassidus says one thing: understand and be comfortable with the idea that life is not about you. It's not about you. How does that apply to marriage? Or is marriage different? Marriage is all about you. Not even chatzi. How is marriage not about you? It's pretty much the clearest and most obvious example. Particularly marriage is not about you, because there's somebody else. Until you're married, it's about you. Once you're married, it's not about you. What makes it possible for two people to become one? Because the purpose of marriage is v'hayu l'basar echad. How? How do two people become one? Especially when it's a man and a woman. They're not just two people, they're two very opposite people. Going straight to the core of the issue, marriage means a mashpia and a makabel. What is a mashpia? A mashpia is someone whose pleasure comes from giving. If you don't have an enjoyment and a pleasure of giving, you're not a mashpia. Even if you give, you're not a mashpia. Because a woman can give, and a lot, but she's not a mashpia. Why? Because that's not her tainuk. A mashpia it means not only that you are mashpia, but that being mashpia is your greatest satisfaction. If you're a teacher and you see success, the students are actually learning, they understood, they heard you, they got you. That is the biggest pleasure. So a man is supposed to be the mashpia. If a man develops a pleasure in receiving, it's not healthy. His identity is getting a little confused. And it's not true that it's fluid. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. And if you're not enjoying being a man, it's a big problem. So how do you know who to marry? Somebody nice, somebody good, somebody smart? Those are too vague, those are too general. So if a guy says, I met a girl, I can't believe she's so fantastic, I've never seen anybody like her in my life, she's so smart, she's so good, she's so capable, unbelievable. Should I marry her? Absolutely not. Unless You don't really know her. And what you're describing is not exactly true. But if what you're describing is true, she doesn't need you. What are you marrying her for? What are you going to give her that she doesn't have? She's smarter than you, stronger than you, and more capable than you. Obviously, I don't mean you should marry some nebuch. I mean somebody who can look up to you because you have something she doesn't have. I had this Israeli woman, one of these very learned, secular, frum, traditional, but not, one of these is chevraman. Anyway, so she's very into Torah. Yeah, everything's very good, except for one line in the Torah. V'hu yimshul bach. She says, fix it, get it out. It's a perfect Torah, and that one sentence ruins the whole thing. V'hu yimshul bach. Turning every woman off. So I knew she wouldn't accept any answer, no matter what I said. I said, did you ever wonder, why does it say v'hu yimshul bach? Is that correct Hebrew? Shouldn't it say v'hu yimshul olayich? He will rule in you, or he will rule over you? And she said, whoa, I never noticed that. It's okay, when you figure that out, then you'll understand what it's saying. El ishech chukosech, v'hu yimshul bach. Meaning, you have a longing for a husband, and you want him to be moshel. Not over you, it's in you that he should be the moshel. And if he's not, I don't need him. So it's not saying women are weak and you have to be their boss. It's saying the woman will accept you if you can be the boss. If not, she doesn't need you. So even the most capable, successful, powerful, intelligent woman in the world is looking for a husband who will be her hero, her father, her protector, her something. Otherwise, what does she need him for? So this whole idea that a man and a woman, a husband and a wife, are equal is a horrible idea. So this couple came for marriage counseling. She says, we're married for whatever, a bunch of years. He never does anything. This is a pretty radical statement. Never does anything. I have to do everything. He does nothing. He looks at me like, she's crazy. He says to her, have I ever refused anything you've asked for? I do nothing. I have never said no to you about anything. I give you everything you ask for. And she says, no, you don't do anything. So who's lying here? Anyway, at some point, she says, okay, I've had it. That's it. I'm finished. We went already for marriage counseling. We went for therapy. We went for years and years. Enough. Let's just get divorced and get this over with. He says, if you want a divorce, I'll give you a divorce. So she looks at me and she says, you see? He never does anything. If I want a divorce, what do you want? Do something on your own without my asking you. So what is she saying? Take charge. Do whatever I ask you. What do you mean, my son? It's frustrating to a woman when you treat her like, well, what do you think? Well, what do you want? Well. Live a life that she can follow. Which that's what it means. You propose to a woman, you're saying, come into my life and support me. What if you don't have a life? Then who is she marrying? It's become very popular. She has a life, and she wants to marry you if you'll join her in her life. So you're going to be the wife. And then nobody's happy, because you can't fool Mother Nature. If you become the wife, she becomes the husband. She hates you for making her become the husband. And you're wiped out because you can't be a man. The whole thing is a disaster. So number one, before you even think of getting married, do you have more or less a picture of what your life is going to be? So you know what you're bringing her into? And it doesn't make sense, and it doesn't say, join me. Join me. You're not big enough or interesting enough for her to commit herself to you. If you have a life that she approves of and likes and wants to be part of it, then she joins you in your life, not just in your personality. So you have to have at least a vague picture. Tell her what life you're bringing her into. Doesn't have to have every detail, but something. That's number one. Number two, what do you consider a family, a home? What does that look like? What are the rules of a home? People come and complain. We don't have shalom bayis. We need shalom bayis. Can you help us with shalom bayis? A second. If you had a bayis, I could help you with the shalom. You don't have a bayis. So your problem is not shalom bayis. The problem is you don't have a bayis. You have no structure. You have no rules and guidelines for how to build a home, how to build a, and you want shalom bayis. What does a home look like? In different countries, different cultures, it's a little different from other countries. What is your picture, not only of your life, but of your home? Of a bayis. What's a bayis? Then you can get to how do you make shalom bayis. The next important topic is respect. It is very hard to respect someone you live with. You become too familiar. You become too comfortable, too predictable. I just read that there was a very, very holy man, out of this world guy. He got married, and a day or two after the marriage, he saw a woman walking around in his house. He said, what is she doing here? But then he thought, no, wait, maybe this is the one I married. So he checked, and yeah, it was the one he married. Is that weird? Actually, it's very romantic. It's like every day, are you the one? Oh, wow. No boredom there. You know what I mean? It's like you're not getting too familiar with each other. Anyway, yeah, it's weird. How do you stay respectful day after day, seeing people in their natural, unprotected, without the makeup and without trying so hard to be nice? How do you maintain respect? That is such a crucial question. And no one ever talks about it. Not in the books, not in the Svarim, not in the. Yeah, it says you have to respect your wife. Thank you. The only way to maintain respect is through tznius. A lack of tznius, the respect goes out the window in a minute. If you enjoyed this conversation or this topic, and you're looking for more information, or you want to hear it again from another angle, there's a way to do that. And that is in this book. It's all there. Order it from Amazon. You can read it, reread it, and share it.